Welcome to Gros Morne National Park. Hey everyone, I'm Will from Going Awesome Places, and I am in one of my favorite places in Canada, Newfoundland Labrador. The last time we were here was a couple years ago, and we based ourselves in St. John's, and that video is over here. But we knew that there was just so much more to see in the province. In this video, we're uncovering the secrets of the gargantuan Gros Morne National Park. But what's going to be different about this trip is that I actually hurt my knee a couple weeks back, so I'm on a hinge knee brace, which means I won't be able to do some of that crazy hiking, but I'm gonna make the most of it. Hold up though, before we go any further, here's what you need to know about Gros Morne National Park. Since I'm from Toronto, I could have taken a direct flight, but timing works out better if you can connect through somewhere like Montreal. Hot tip, sit on the right side of the plane for some incredible views of Newfoundland and Labrador below. I just touched down in Deer Lake, now let the adventures begin. Gros Morne National Park is located on the west coast of Newfoundland and Labrador, and the closest airport to the national park is Deer Lake. And from here, it's a 26-minute drive to the park's borders. What you won't find is a main gate. That's because there are active enclave communities throughout, so there won't be anybody checking your park pass, but you definitely need one. If you're going to be spending any time in the park, you can get day passes at various kiosks, Visitor Center, Discovery Center, or community shops, but we recommend that you just order a Discovery Pass online, which gives you access to 80 national parks and historic sites for 12 months. Gros Morne National Park is a diverse panorama of ancient landscapes. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, second largest of Atlantic Canada's national parks, is home to Newfoundland's second highest peak, has a freshwater fjord, moody mountains, exposed Earth's mantle, has sandy beaches, sea stacks, sea caves, and more. Simply put, it's breathtaking. Knowing that we can't grossly underestimate how much there is to see and do here, we're going to show you the key highlights if you only have 3 days, including sites, activities, local communities, scrumptious food, connecting with Indigenous culture, toe tapping and hand clapping music, and of course, that famed maritime hospitality. Let's start off with one of the must-do hikes in Gros Morne, the Green Gardens Trail. This is a very well-maintained trail that offers a stunning contrast of landscapes. You start at the barren footsteps of the Tablelands, and the first kilometer is a gentle gravel path. Along the way, pay attention to the abundance of wildflowers. The next 2 kilometers is where you descend into the boreal forest with a series of switchbacks. You'll then emerge with a view of Old Man Cove and the volcanic sea coast. From the top of the cliffs, you get great views of sea stacks, coves, and beaches. The coastal views here are incredible. So with a bad knee, I'm a bit bummed out that I won't be able to do the rest of it. This is as far as I go. The rest of the group is actually making their way down, and it's going to be about a 4-ish hour hike all the way down to the coast and back up. But the good news is that there's a lot more to see and new perspectives of Gros Morne National Park that I'm gonna be able to show you. Oh, and if you're looking for a guided hike, Tour Gros Morne is a great option. Adjacent to Green Gardens is the small fishing town of Trout River, a living and breathing enclave community inside the national park with a population of 500. They're known for their friendly residents, beautiful sunsets, and natural sea stacks. In 2014, a blue whale washed up along the shore here. This is what's on display now at Toronto's Royal Ontario Museum. From here, you get to access Eastern Point Trail. Take the short flight of stairs up and follow the top of the cliff towards the ocean. This provides stunning views of the water, beach, town, and cliffs. As you drive through this part of the park, there are lots of great pullover points, and if you're lucky, you might even see a moose as well. Half a billion years in the making is the Tablelands. I highly recommend that you time your visit with the free Walk Upon the Earth's Mantle guided walk offered by Parks Canada. Our guide, Valerie, does an incredible job at explaining what created this otherworldly landscape. Along the way, you get to venture off the path where you can learn about peridotite, exposed mantle rock, and the process of serpentization. You'll also learn about how, despite the harsh environment lacking in nutrients, there are some plants that have been able to survive and adapt, including various Arctic and alpine plants, moss, bog rosemary, and several carnivorous plants including butterwort and the floral emblem of Newfoundland and Labrador, the pitcher plant. This is rated an easy 4-kilometer return hike, and it's mostly hard-packed gravel, and there's a bit of a boardwalk near the end. But it's pretty easy, and I gotta say, even for somebody with a bad knee, it's not too bad. What's crazy about the Tablelands is that you're literally looking at the Earth's mantle. So the story goes that in the creation of the supercontinent Pangaea, this area was thrust up. Over 400 million years ago, those huge mountains eroded, and what you see here today is a surreal landscape that is normally found far below the Earth's crust. We were originally going to go kayaking in Bonne Bay, but with the rain, we had to adjust, and this is just as well because we got to do Wild Gros Morne's Zodiac tour. Suiting up with our Mustang life jackets and ponchos, we embarked on the Zodiac to navigate the saltwater fjord of Bonne Bay. This is a great way to see the enclave community of Woody Point, dramatic cliffs, wildlife, fishermen checking their catches and setting their traps, a view of Tablelands from the water, and tons of great photo ops. When the tour is over, head to water's edge, cozy up by the fire, and grab lunch from the connected Bonne Bay market. While UNESCO sites will blow you away, it's really the small communities that truly complete the Gros Morne experience. In the heart of the national park, on the shores of Bonne Bay, is the town of Woody Point and the location of the annual event, Writers at Woody Point. This is a charming community that is brimming with creativity and is the kind of place where you wouldn't mind taking your time to explore, chat with locals, and read a book while sipping on coffee. My personal favorite is Galliot Studios and Cafe, an espresso bar, working pottery studio, and craft shop, all wrapped inside an old fishing shed. With mugs hanging above for the regulars, this is the perfect spot to order a drink and grilled cheese sandwich. The back opens out to Bonne Bay with their wharf on stilts providing the most serene views. Let's try this grilled cheese. Ooh. When you're here, make sure to keep your eyes peeled for whales, especially the pilot whales that are known to frequent here. And you know what? This spot is special whether you're seeing the final light shimmer on the Tablelands or the glow bursting behind Gros Morne Mountain. Across the water from Woody Point on the other side of Bonne Bay are the communities of Norris Point and Rocky Harbour. Instead of taking the 1-hour drive the long way around the bay, you can hop on this 15-minute water shuttle to Norris Point. So what's on this side of the bay? Well, for starters, there's Gros Morne Adventures. In addition to sea kayaking, guided hikes, fat bikes, and Zodiacs, Robbie and Kristen also run Indigenous tours. The one we did was called Discover Mekapisk. This is an immersive experience which invites visitors to gain a deeper understanding of how the first peoples lived by seeing the land from their perspective. Adapting for the weather, we started off indoors with a hands-on activity to create a moose call out of birch bark threaded with spruce roots to get an idea of how Kristen's ancestors created tools with raw materials. Stuffing dry moss, goose down, and other flammable materials into the moose call, the next step had us setting it aflame by using simple flint and striker out on the beach. Let's just say I didn't have the best of luck getting mine going. Well, got defeated by the flint. It's a lot harder than it looks. With the fire started, we cooked up maple-infused mousse on a hot rock. It was quite tasty. To close things off, we gathered around the table to hear more tales from Kristen's Mi'kmaq ancestors. Just north of Rocky Harbour, you have Lobster Cove Head Lighthouse that overlooks the beautiful coast and is surrounded by a tuckamore forest. Sitting on a rocky outcrop, it's a cylindrical lighthouse with a weather vane on top that connects with the lightkeeper's house and shed. This Parks Canada site has an exhibit, walking trails, and tide pools. Next up is Western Brook Pond in Gros Morne National Park. And from the parking lot, it's a 3-kilometer walk on this hard-packed gravel to the boat dock. But if you have a bad knee like me, you can take one of these golf carts. Just be warned that your friends might just be a tad jealous. When you get to the end of the trail, you reach the boat terminal, a waiting area where you can pick up your tickets, gifts, a bite to eat at the canteen, and these great little models of how Western Brook Pond was formed. On Destination Canada's Canadian Signature Experience collection, this is a 2-hour boat ride with live interpretations taking you the entire length of what's really a glacier-carved, landlocked fjord. Just watch in awe as you pass under massive billion-year-old cliffs, majestic waterfalls, atmospheric clouds, wildlife, and evidence of landslides. You'll want to take photos at every turn. When you reach the end, you turn back around and you head back to the boat dock. If you have the time though, we encourage you to do the hike to the top of the gorge. This is a must-do for anyone exploring Gros Morne National Park.
We started off with our Zodiac boat tours, but in essence, a boil up is a little bite to eat. Typically, in a rustic setting, a lot of times it's outside, and it's just having, taking a little spell and taking a little breather and just enjoying that time. And typically, whatever you have, it tastes better in this kind of a setting.
In their boathouse with porthole views of Bon Bay, we were able to try a Newfoundland special pineapple crush, mousse crostini, mussel pizza, cod au gratin, and homemade chocolate cake with baked appleberry, and of course, a shot of Screech. We were also lucky enough to hear Ellie's beautiful voice and end off with a group rendition of Eyes the Bye, a Newfoundland folk song complete with Ugly Stick. In Rocky Harbor's Ocean View Hotel, have a fabulous dinner at Ocean's Room Restaurant and make your way down to Anchor's Pub where the musical genius of Anchor's Aweigh awaits. So where did we eat and stay? We covered a few spots so far, but here are others for inspiration. For a classic diner breakfast in Rocky Harbor, go to Fisherman's Landing Restaurant. For a night in Norris Point, we recommend that you make reservations at the Black Spruce inside Nettie's Harbor Inn. This was easily our best meal of the trip. Accommodation-wise, we started in Deer Lake at the Holiday Inn Express, which is only a short drive from the airport. In Woody Point, we stayed at Bon Bay Inn, where every single room has a direct view of the bay. The lounge area is also a great place to hang out, and those binoculars come in handy to spot whales. They also have their own restaurant and bar. While in Rocky Harbor, we stayed at Gros Morne Cabins. Next to the general store, these colorful cabins line water's edge, and it's the kind of place that's great for larger groups with their full kitchen and barbecue. Not too shabby views either. Lastly, we were also lucky enough to stay at the boutique Nettie's Harbor Inn, which is punctuated by tranquil bayfront surroundings, plenty of places to wind down, whale watching, eat at the excellent The Black Spruce, use their spa services, and cozy up in these modern rooms. This is just a taste of the majesty that is Gros Morne National Park and its surrounding communities. But with 3 days, there's actually a lot that you can cover, especially if you know where to go and which businesses to book. To help you plan your Gros Morne adventures, head over to our super detailed itinerary, which you can get to by scanning the QR code click on the link that pops up or going to the link in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and keep going awesome places like Newfoundland and Labrador.